Going on to book news from the past 2 weeks, Scholastic made a tweet showing off the box set for Fazbear Frights that has all 12 books, and said this in the tweet. Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights going out with a bang this December with a box set and ebook bundle including all 11 books, plus a bonus 12th story. Book 12 will also be available as a standalone ebook and audiobook in January 2022. All are available for pre-order now. So yeah. If you don't have the Fazbear Fright books, or only have a few like I do, I only have the first 4, I suggest getting you this. If you already have like most of the books, hopefully if you want Felix the Shark, you can get it offline. But yeah, here's the image that comes along with the tweet. The text says, Fazbear Frights box set, including all 11 books, plus never before seen bonus book, Felix the Shark. Book 12 is included free in the box set and will also be available for purchase as a standalone ebook and audiobook in January 2022. And this is coming out on December 7th, 2021. So, we won't have to wait long until the finale of the series. More Fazbear Fright news came out on October 7th, where the Fazbear Fright graphic novels were delayed, or the previous date had been inaccurate, which was the 3rd of May. The new confirmed date for the release is the 30th of August 2022, as shown in this image here. So, it looks like the graphic novels for Fazbear Frights, the Fazbear Fright stories of Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful, and Out of Stock are being delayed again. Which, if anything could summarize the amount of news of this month, basically, it's delays. Because there's been a couple of them. But at least we have a lot to look forward to in 2022. Next, the front cover of the official Finance Phrase How to Draw book has been revealed. So, there's actually been a couple memes around this book because of this image right here at the bottom. So you got the basic shapes, then you got this, and then full outline. Okay then. That's not really easy steps to follow, really. But it looks like we're gonna be drawing over, I believe these are Pinky Pills? I think these are Pinky Pills drawings. So, if you want to learn how to draw like Pinky Pills, look out for this book coming soon. And King Carter also pointed out it's called The Official Finance Phrase How to Draw, even though it's probably just in marketing it's going to be called the How to Draw Finance Phrase book. But it's funny how it's written the other way on the book itself. But hopefully, if you like drawing, like I do, because I really like to draw these characters. In fact, basically made an encyclopedia up to this location in my semi drawings. So I do like drawing, but I have a lot of work to do. So if you enjoy drawing and don't have that much work to do, here you go. You get this. I wish I could draw more, but you know. Next up, Prankster, the final book in the Fazbear Fright series, if not including Felix the Shark. We have learned of the 3 story titles of Prankster, being Pranksters, Kids at Play, and Find Player 2. I've actually compiled each synopsis in the back of the book to each story name. It doesn't look like they moved any stories, at least, but you know, it could be, they could have changed something. But going over the story synopsis of each story that we think belongs to each one, I'll go over each one. Here we go. Summary for Prankster. Jeremiah decides he's done being the butt of his co-workers' jokes at their small game studio, which is the title story, so we know the most about it since we also got a preview, but sadly it doesn't look like it's VR, which is kind of sad to hear. We have another Jeremy, guys. Okay, but next. What I think is the connection of the kids that play. Joel is counting the days until he can quit his family garden center and hit the road to a new life. So the thing about that one, the big one that is like, is the word hit the road. Because the phrase kid at play is a common sign saying for when there's a road where children have been hit by cars recently because they were playing around on the road. So, what it seems to, I could already guess what the story will be about. So Joel will probably see want to quit his family garden center, goes to his car to drive around the country, and then accidentally hit a child or two, and he will feel grief about it. And the creature that will be chasing him in this will be basically, maybe this is very like prediction based. This is like not this is speculation. Not any of this is like news. I'm just speculating here. But maybe the two kids will haunt him as souls while he's driving around, and eventually like he'll either drive off a cliff or something similar, or maybe he'll actually learn from something. I don't know. But if it's a Fazbear Fright story, it's likely to have a bad ending, more likely than a good ending. So that's what that is. And then find player 2. So it might be connected to this story synopsis. Amy finally works up the courage to ditch her loudmouth annoying friend at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And that's all we got. So we don't really have much there. But there's some interesting stuff. The most I could speculate about was Kids at Play because it seems the most obvious out of them. But continuing on to the next piece of book news. Okay, here's the interesting one. So, a very confusing listing for a book called The Tales of the Pizzaplex #3 has appeared on Kobo. It is scheduled for release in August 2022 and is described as a second volume of an all-new series of short story collections. Which already, you can already see this listing is kind of broken right now. Because it says it's the third Tales of the Pizzaplex, but it's also the second volume. But what this means for Fazbear Frights ending, I have heavy speculation on it. But I think if I would say it, I think half of the FNAF community will try to burn me at the stake. So I'll keep it to myself. But the next bit of news might hint to what I think. So first off, let's talk about this. So we're getting a Tales from the Pizzaplex series of stories similar to Fazbear Frights. Which is fascinating since that would mean the Pizzaplex either A, doesn't get destroyed in Security Breach, B, does get destroyed but we have leftover pieces from the backstory of the Pizzaplex, or C, the Pizzaplex is multiple locations. It's like, So hopefully with these stories, since we know 100% these are connected to the games, unlike any other book series, which we have speculated that they're somewhat connected to the games, but not really. But again, my speculation is making me really happy if this comes true. So basically, I expect these stories to cover either. So there's a couple things they could cover. They could cover the backstory of certain characters. They could talk about animatronics. They could also bring stuff from previous ideas into more canon and make the fan base shut up about stuff not being canon and etc. etc. That's again going to my speculation, but honestly, we just have to wait and see. I am really excited for more books because I love the books. So hopefully you'll look forward to it as much as I am. Now continuing to our last bit of book news. So for the last bit of news, the most common words used in Fazbear Frights 11 Prankster has been revealed. So here's the word cloud. There's a lot of interesting things here, but the one that's super interesting to me, Eleanor. Eleanor is one of the most used words, which if you've been following the Fazbear Fright series, you would know why. But I won't spoil it in case for anyone else who wants to read more of the books. But again, my speculation, it's hurting me so because I really want to say it, but you know, half the community will probably burn me at the stake. But yeah, there's a lot of usual names. There's an interesting name that's used a lot, Mary Jo. I don't know why. It's just, well, that's an interesting name. We also got interesting ones like Hiding Maze, Cubbyhole, and other stuff like that, which is interesting. And of course, Detective Larson's also here on the most common new words. Again, I won't go into my speculation. I might make it if it doesn't come true, I'll talk about it in a later video. But you know, I'm I'm just gonna focus on the news. So with all that said, that's all the book news. So next I'm gonna continue on to the merch news, since there's been a bit of that. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you did, please like the video. And if you have enjoyed my content, please consider subscribing and ringing that little bell so you can be updated on future videos. I have a Discord server in the description, as well as my Discord tag. I also have my Twitter as well in the description. So please consider checking down there. And with all that said, until next time, friends.